Good afternoon. It's on this Saturday. Not feeling the best in the world, but I've not done a book review in quite a while, and I've been reading this book. I'll let you see what it is. And the title of it is My Name is Mahtob. My name is Mahtob. And there's a movie that came out back in the early, late 90s, maybe, somewhere along through there. And the movie was entitled, and I think it might have been on Lifetime a few times, channel, if I'm not mistaken, in other channels. But the title of the movie was Not Without My Daughter. Not Without My Daughter. And the mother wrote that book, and it became a movie. And it was Betty Mahmoody, and is about how she went to Iran with her daughter Mahtob and her husband, who was a doctor. And she traveled to Iran of what was supposed to be a 2-week vacation, visiting his family. But instead, there was a drastic change in her husband. He became very violent. Very, very violent. He became very, very angry. The women there was not allowed to use the phones. They weren't allowed to, even watch television or go out into the streets. I mean, it was pretty much, he became a different man. I think maybe the pressure of his family and political people around in Iran, I think he became a different man because of that. Again, here's the book. Well, we'll put it like this, and you can see it better. My name is Mahtob. And like I said, a very, very good book. I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed reading it, and I've enjoyed the daughter's, Mahtob's perspective of the events that unfolded. She was 6 years old, maybe 7 years old at that time, and I just couldn't imagine how she must have felt. But toward the end of her dad's life, she forgave him. Somebody told her, a good Christian friend told her, forgive him, not for him, but for you. So I thought that was awesome. Some key point that is in this book. My name is Mahtob, and you can find the book. My name is Mahtob. Here it is again. Yeah, okay. I'll fix it where you can see it. You can find that book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can find it on you can find it on Amazon, again, Barnes & Noble. Local bookstores can order it for you. Let me take this time to say this. We got a local bookstore in Hazard, Kentucky. It's called Reed Spotted Newt. And it's in Hazard, Kentucky. And let me say this. Go to your local bookstores. If you got a local bookstore in your town, go to that local bookstore. I mean, it's okay, if you're out and about and, you go to Barnes & Noble or whatever. I'm not saying that, but try and use your local bookstore instead of ordering online, instead of ordering off Amazon. Use your local bookstore because they're the people that care about their community. They're the people that care about helping local authors. But there's a poem that Mahtob Mahmoody talks about in her book, and I'd just like to read it. It's by B.M. Franklin, 1982 to 1965. And the title of this poem is The Weaver. My life is but a weaving between my Lord and me. I cannot choose the colors. He weaves so skillfully. Sometimes he weaveth sorrow, and I in foolish pride forget he sees the upper, and I the underside. Not till the loom is silent, and the shuttles cease to fly, will God unroll the canvas and explain the reasons why. The dark threads are as needful in the weaver's skillful hands as the threads of gold and silver in the pattern he has planned. So, my friend, I think that the meaning of that poem is there's going to be good, there's going to be bad in life, and we just got to take it one day at a time and trust the Lord because it's in the Lord's hands. I want to say my sister, I doubt that she's ever watched any of my YouTube videos. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt that she even knows I have a YouTube page like this. But I've heard from several people out and about, and but I don't think I've ever shared a link to my sister. I don't believe. But anyway, I thank God for my sister Sarah. I thank God for my brother David, my brother-in-law Rick. Very, very hard worker for the church. Very hard worker, and I thank him and I appreciate him. My sister-in-law, I appreciate her. She's our secretary of the church. Where me and my brother pastor. But my sister, like I said, I've always been real close to my sister, and I could always talk to her about things. So I just want to say, all my family, my mom and dad, my nephew Sam, my nephews Isaac, Ben, Jacob, Abraham, and my little niece Sarah, I love so much. Love them all. But I pray every night before I go to bed. I pray, Lord, use them and take them. And I had a sleepless night last night. My belly was hurting and I wasn't feeling too good, and I had a very sleepless night. And I woke up and I just had my sister on my mind. I began to pray for my sister, and because I just don't know what I would do without my sister. But I believe the Lord's going to take care of her, and the Lord's going to touch her foot. And if you're listening to this, pray for her foot because it's infected. But I just want to, like I said, thank my sister. For being there for me. But let's trust the weaver. Let's trust the master weaver. Again, the book is entitled My name is Mahtob, and I know you probably, it's upside down to you all now, but my name is Mahtob Mahmoody. I'll spit that out right in a few minutes. Go to your local library. A lot of people don't know this, but your local libraries has what they call interlibrary loan. They have interlibrary loan, and you can go to that local library and ask for any book whatsoever, any book, it doesn't matter, and they will try and get it for you. They will try and get it from another library. And so that is a very awesome service to the libraries. Check your local library out. Before you buy a book, let me challenge you. Before you buy a book, go to your local library. You might say, well, the book I'm looking for is not at my library. Well, go to your local library and say, hey, do you have interlibrary loan? And go from there. Because most of the time they can get that book. Thank you all. God bless.